A few days ago, I recorded a 30-minute video and I reacted to, is her name Molly Tuttle, and she did a cover of The White Rabbit, and two things happened. One, the audio for that recording is completely garbage because I wasn't using this fancy microphone here. It was attached to some webcam mic and it sounded like garbage. So that was the first problem with that reaction. And the second problem with that reaction is I do all this work, I get it uploaded, and then YouTube blocks it. Not only is the song copyright, but the video is copyright. So I couldn't even play it for you. But I'm going to show you guys what I said. Or I think in the beginning I say, by the way, this is how you get to my request form. It's on my Linktree link, which is at the top of my YouTube profile. And I have Cash App. I actually now have Stripe. You can donate with credit card now if you don't have Cash App. So you can click on the Stripe. You can put in a request with the request form. It's this one down here. And yeah, so that's what I talk about there. And then here's where I show you what the request form looks like for me, which makes it easy because I see the name of the song. I have the YouTube link. Then I just click on the link and it opens up, and then I can even mark whether I've reviewed it or not. See, and I like write down if it was sponsored, how much money people paid. It's all organized on a spreadsheet. So gotta keep a good spreadsheet. So anyway, so here I watched this whole White Rabbit. Again, if I play any of this, YouTube will block the video. I put it on my Patreon, but the audio is horrendous. It like has like like the entire time. It's really annoying. So I don't feel comfortable putting my name on it. But basically what I say is that it sounds really good. It's cool they're playing around a single mic. The bassist, it's rare to see a female bassist because they tend to need to be very tall. But that bassist is on fire. She loves performing. She's pretty. She's like, yeah, it's like very dynamic. Of everyone, I kind of want to look at her the whole time. Molly Tuttle's fine. She's obviously a very good guitarist. I really enjoyed it. The violin, the costumes, the banjo player is very good. I didn't understand the mandolin player. I think he's dressed as a shark. No, wait. He's the caterpillar. Okay, now I get it. I was like, what is he? I thought he was a baby shark to do. But no, he's the caterpillar. He just looks really weird. It doesn't match. So yes, they're dressed up in Alice in Wonderland while they're playing White Rabbit. One night, down on the red one night. Again, if I play any of this, my video gets blocked. Probably know they're going to block me just for showing this video. Okay, but then what I did is I was like, oh, I want to listen to this other recording because I wanted to hear more Molly Tuttle, like actual Molly Tuttle, not just a cover. Nothing wrong with covers. I thought it was good. It didn't even sound that bluegrassy to me, but it was nice. And then this was a performance I found of her that she did with Billy Strings, but you're going to hear how horrendous this audio is in a second, and I apologize.
There we go.
See, it's just awful. I don't
Okay, I don't want to stop
to.
listening. It's like on the auto playlist. I'm like, okay, that's a cover now. I want to see what she actually plays. Hold on. I need to go back. Okay, first of all, how cool did like White Rabbit dresses Alice in Wonderland, right? So Molly Tuttle as the Queen of Hearts, and then this Mad Hatter bassist is very charismatic. She likes to be center stage. Like she has that like performer pizzazz. Like I'm very drawn to her. I have to say, like she has that stage presence. Also, it's very rare to see a female bassist.
Okay, that's what I said. I actually have my transcript somewhere, which is so funny because YouTube makes transcripts of what I say, and believe it or not, I can read it. I can read the transcript. It says, okay, let's look. I said, oh my gosh, so much. She's charismatic. Shows me on stage. Okay, here we are. and I'm like, oh yeah, Alice, she eats the thing to get big, she eats the thing to get small. Great. What am I saying here? Sunglasses. Oh, it's nice to see 3 female musicians in a very male genre because of the violinist as well. I said, I was just saying how, like, I think for men, there's a big payoff if you become a musician because women go crazy for you and men care about that kind of stuff, like having women chase them. For women, I was saying, like, we don't get much clout for being musicians. Like, it's like a bonus. It's like if a guy likes you and you're pretty and he thinks you're cool and have a good personality, that's what he really cares about. And it's like whether you're talented in like sports or singing or whatever, usually it's just like a bonus for guys. Though some guys have a special they fall for like an artsy type or a sporty type, or like they have like that idea of what they like in a girl. But I found with my singing, it's like some guys really like my voice and they like sing for me. But most people are just like, oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice that you can write music, play piano, and sing. Like, oh, that's nice. So again, but I think for men who play instruments, women are like, oh my God. Okay, what else did I say? Like Franz Liszt was a prodigy in the 1800s, blah, blah, virtuoso. Whew, so much. I'm telling you, the audio from this is so bad that I just can't subject you guys to it. All right, so when do I play? And then I play 11 minutes in. Well, ugh, so bad. I can't. Okay, then I play this Molly Tuttle and Billy String Sitting on Top of the World.
Oh, look.
I'm going to link the original video here because I can't have you guys watch this. Well, you can look at my faces. I'll like zoom through my faces. Here you can see what I thought. There you go. You're going to have to listen to that separately. All right. Then it ended. All right, 21 minutes in. What did I say? I said, oh, this is like edited. Okay. All right. I said, everybody, that was really nice. I like when they're singing the harmony together. I really like when she was doing her solo, and I love watching how Billy is watching what she's doing, and he's able to just improvise off of her improvisation. Because I noticed there was a part where he's like really paying attention to her playing, and he's just like able to harmonize with it. He's so attuned. He's so with it. Look how happy he is when he's playing. And I said, it's really nice to see people who truly love what they're doing. Sometimes you see musicians who go on tour and they're just playing the same show every night and it's getting boring for them. But what they really have to do is, and I say, think of Broadway performers who do the same show 6 days a week for like 5 years. But every time you have to bring like that something that makes it special, that brings the audience is. And so that's what I'm saying. Like Billy Strings has this true organic joy in his performance. Yeah, so blah, blah, blah. It's like what I tell my students. I say that. I'll say all this in a future video. I don't want to bore you. When I read back my comments, I'm like, wow, I really talk a lot. If somebody's performing and you're not at ease, it makes the audience uncomfortable. I went on quite a while about this. Okay, so then it said, when I looked up Molly Tuttle, I found out that she's from where I live, actually, which is interesting because you don't think of the Bay Area, California as a bluegrass capital. But I guess her family was in it. I'm saying, like, Bay Area, we have, like, some hip-hop from here. We have some indie rock. The Counting Crows are from here. Obviously, apparently the Grateful Dead, right? But, yeah, you don't really think of bluegrass being a California thing. We have a festival called Hardly Strictly Bluegrass in San Francisco every year, but I've actually never gone. I think it's free, actually. But, yeah, I was just saying it's really nice that Molly Tuttle and Billy Screens collabed on this. They just they're working together, no ego, no competition. They're just both happy doing their own thing. They don't feel like they're direct competitors, even though maybe they're up against each other for the same Grammys sometimes, but they don't seem to mind at all. They're not in a scarcity mindset. They're not like, oh, well, if she gets it, then I'm not going to get it, Like someone pointed out in my Billy Strings concert review. They were like, what's really great about Billy is he's very respectful to like the rock and roll order. So that's why he's willing to take like the third headliner of a festival, even though he could be filling his own stadiums. And I think that says a lot about him, and that he's like doing it to respect like Willie Nelson and Bob Dylan, and not because, you know, he doesn't even have to do that. I'm like, what? Why is my light? I'm so shiny today. I don't know what's up with that. I'm like, wow, my blush is really reflective today. I'm like, maybe it's too bright. Whatever. You'll see I have really shiny cheeks today. Guess it's my bronzer. Scarcity mindset. Yep, that's exactly what I said. Let's see.
Because if you look stressed or not,
Yeah, that's what I'm going on about that.
or that like, yeah, she won.
That's the Grammy part I just told you about.
The guest, like, there's a lot I don't know, but.
What do I say that? I would need more context. That's what I said. I don't know much about the musicians. I would need the context of who these other musicians are and who she usually plays with. Who were the people that she played with in The White Rabbit, or is that her regular backing band? And I said, my overall impression of Molly Tuttle is that she has a good voice. I've been reviewing Billy Strings already. What? I want to hear more. Her outfit looks appropriate. Like, you know, she's like playing in like a backless crop top with cute jeans. I like it. It's very like casual, but like understated sexy, but not like overly the top sexy. I think it looks great. Her short red hair really suits her. I said that. I'm looking forward to hear more of her. Please suggest what I should listen to, because it's really hard for me to search on my own. I just want it to be organic. Like I said, like I've been building this channel based on organic growth. Like basically when I ended up discovering fish, and then I like went through this whole like fish phase of listening to a lot of Fish and giving it a chance, and then that ended up resulting in me seeing them in concert, and it was kind of like the full cycle experience. And now I want to go see them in the Riviera Maya, because one, it sounds like an amazing thing to do in January in the cold weather, but two, it would just be so fun to like be in that community with all those Fish people for 4 days. So I'm fundraising for that, by the way. It's like $6,000, so every $10 adds up. If you want to help support me, I would appreciate that, because I would love to do videos of the shows every night, do reviews, interview fans, talk to people, like especially old fans who are like getting older, and like get their stories from like the early Fish days, document stuff. That's what I kind of want to do if I was able to go in a concert like that. Okay, I'm going to go back to, I was saying how when I first discovered Fish, I just randomly clicked on Mole, M-U-L-L, and it's not a good song of theirs. And then since then, I've been taking recommendations for everything on my channel. Hence, I don't want to just search Molly Tuttle and go to the first thing that shows up. I like when it's a maze, okay? So like I do a video, then people comment and they go, oh, you should really check out this. Then I listen to that. Then someone on that video says, oh, you should really check out this. Then I listen to that. And then like that's how I've been building my channel. That's my point. So if you guys don't give me recommendations, but I still have like a pretty long list right now, just if I go through my YouTube channel, so I'm fine. But if you really want something current or new, I would just appreciate some token donation. It doesn't have to be much. Anything helps, honestly. People have given between like $10 and $20 so far. And like I said, there's now a credit card form on my Linktree if you don't have Cash App. So you can just pay the credit card, which is good. And I'm setting up PayPal too, so that's an option. So let's see. Like when I listened to the Grateful Dead, I'd go with a recommendation, because when I didn't go with a recommendation and I did Help Is On The Way, all the Grateful Dead fans got mad. This is what I said in the last video. I'm like reading my comments. And then yes, White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane, and then became, and I was saying I liked Jefferson Starship and ELO, like when it got kind of like synthesizer 80s, I was into that. I grew up with the Moody Blues. I grew up with this cassette in my dad's car. He only had one cassette in his 87 Buick Regal, and I can still remember the smell of that Buick Regal. By the way, this is not from the transcript. This is like right now organic. And we would just listen to that tape, and we would drive around for hours on these like windy roads where I grew up in the country. And it was like, I know you're out there somewhere, somewhere, somewhere. I know I'll find you somehow, and somewhere I'll return again to you. So I love that song. The other one on that was like Beyond Your Wildest Dreams, which is always hard for me to remember because it sounds so much like that other song. Once upon a time, once when you were mine, I remember the burning in her eyes. I wonder if she knows, I wonder if you think about me once upon a time in your wildest dream. Oh, this one has that nice na 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 na, a really nice post chorus. Da na 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 na. Yeah, so I like that a lot. All right, what do I say? Oh yeah, I'm really bad at memorizing facts. This is what I'm reading. I'm good at like analyzing music. I'm not good at remembering facts. So like when Fish fans or Grateful Dead fans are like, oh, well, 1979, blah, 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 tour. But I find that in general, like men are able to do fantasy football and they can know like an entire roster of like a football team, and they know all the stats, and they know like what college these guys went to. They know what year they were drafted. I can barely even find the 50-yard line. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, which I know is in the middle, I think. You know what I mean? Like, in the middle of the field. So, I'm just like, I don't know. So, for me to memorize rock and roll facts, I hope you know that doesn't reflect upon my passion for it or my love, whatever. Like, I've never been good at memorizing random facts. I'm good at figuring things out as I go, I guess, and like enjoying things in the moment and like hearing music and like understanding music. I'm not good at memorizing lyrics even. I mean, I was a singer, I am a singer, so I can memorize lyrics that I sing, but I never even listen to lyrics when I listen to songs. I listen to the music because to me, the music comes through much stronger. So I always have had to like really focus on lyrics to hear them because I hear the guitar and I hear the keyboard and I hear the drums. I hear all the parts really profoundly when I listen to music and I don't hear the words. So I have to actually be like, no, I'm listening to the words now. And then I usually have to look them up because I can't understand them without reading them. So yeah, that's one thing. So just so you know, for people who are like, oh, how can you not know the stats? Why haven't you read the Fish book yet? You read the book. Read the book. That's what they tell me. Yeah. So that's about it. This video is disappointing that like the audio was botched and then it got blocked anyway. So
And I pulled up Mole.
like, oh God, that's just bad. So I'm not going to subject you guys to that, but I just wanted to do this because again, it was sponsored. I think I showed that in the beginning. I go, sponsored post, somewhere here. Yeah. So it's sponsored. You can, that's the links. White Rabbit. God, I hope they don't block that. And yeah, that's it. So that was the reaction. I have some other stuff on queue for her, I believe. Feel free to recommend things for next. Covers are cool. And yeah, it was interesting to hear a bluegrass cover of White Rabbit, but I felt it just sounded very much like the original White Rabbit. I mean, with a little more bluegrass instruments, but I don't think they really like fundamentally changed the song so much, if that makes sense. It felt very true to the original. All right, that is that. I wish the original wasn't so botched, but I'll link these videos in the description below so you can watch them independently and know what I reacted to, because if I post these, it's just going to hurt everyone's ears. So, all right, until next episode of Erica Reacts.